Hey everyone, my name is Chare'A, and this is why we should destigmatize trap rap. Trap music just makes me want to get up and hustle. Like, it really puts a fire under me. A lot of trap music, I feel like, talks about starting from nothing and really building something in every essence. Like, I do have parents that, take care of me, but I done seen a lot of things. I've been a lot of places. And I feel like when you listen to trap music, it kind of is like music enters the spine. Like, you can really feel it on a subconscious level as well as a conscious level. And because of that, when you listen to something, it can really fire you up to be motivated to do something. It could really put you in a mood to feel like you could persevere, that you could conquer. And sometimes, like, I love listening to other genres of music as well, but sometimes you really just need a good trap playlist to get you going and feeling like, you know what, I'm in the game, I got this. And especially being an entrepreneur, like, you gotta have spirit food where you feel fired up. And sometimes it's gospel music, but sometimes it's trap. So that's why I listen to trap. I feel like he really sent a message and used his platform, because at the time, I feel like we seeing Lil Baby on a peak in his career where he making a lot of music, making a lot of moves, a lot of features, and everybody wanted like a Lil Baby track, right? So at the same time too, I feel like because some artists are using their platform to talk about different things, it is reaching our community in different ways. And I feel like messages are also reaching people who otherwise may not have listened to the news or, don't care to, watch CNN and see that. Because a lot of people feel like they're looking at the same avenues of hearing about news or current events, and it's draining. Like, they don't, like, people, even Kanye West said, like, ain't nothing on the news but the blues. So you listen to different things and you can kind of get a message across that maybe would penetrate certain groups of people. And you doing it from a cultural standpoint too. So we hearing it from a side that's like really speaking to us and we can feel, versus some, white person up here like, this is what happened, like, this is what you should pay attention to. It's like, nah, hold on, it's got a groove to it. And it's talking about something that's knowledgeable. I think that it can really be used as a tool to reach people, to spread messages, to get people together and commune. It can really make community amongst people, because it don't matter if I know you or, I don't know this person in the room. If we all know this song, when it comes on the radio or in a club or whatever setting that we in, like, I've been in like those sessions where you just kicking it with people, listening to music, we chopping it up, drinking tea, that's my vibe. But, when we discussing hip hop, it's something that we can all relate to across the board. So I feel like, even though there's a lot of stigma with trap music, even though I feel like also that there are people who invest more money in music that maybe has a negative message, I think that it can just the same way be used to spread good messages, to be able to capitalize off positivity, to bring people together. And so I think it's value in that, because regardless of the medium, which, in this case is music, like, we can really make something out of that. So I think also too, a lot of artists being more private, so having independent labels and stuff like that, they have more say so about what it is they put out. And so you seeing a lot more creativity. You seeing Lil Baby make a reactionary song where a lot of artists, I feel like, maybe didn't speak out because maybe you got a label that's telling you can only do this, this, and this, or you got PR on this ad that you really don't run. So I feel like we get a lot more diverse messages, and trap is really being used to spread that across. Because if it's a tune and we can vibe with it and we can listen to it, like I said, it's conscious, and then it comes out to the conscious world where we can, speak things and believe things and get messages out to our people. I think that there definitely can be positivity and value from trap music, because you're seeing so many people, like I said, use their platform to elevate or to speak on different topics, or, even create new beats and stuff that people can vibe to. I think anytime you can bring people together and commune and positivity, even if the music is not necessarily rapping about being together and being one, there can be communal positivity and literally just gathering and using music as a source to gather. So I think it's a lot of value in artists being able to say what they want to say. I think it's a lot of value in having different perspectives, because a lot of times I feel like people think of trap rap and, you know, oh, they just talk about guns, they just talk about killing people, they just talk about, but that's like real life for a lot of people. And so if they have an outlet to listen to something that's maybe saying like, oh, I've done this before, or I've experienced this, or my homeboy did this, but I can do this or go on to, you know, be somebody better, or, you know, make riches, or however it is that you know, want to take that song and actualize it, I feel like it's value in that, because everybody needs to be able to see their perspective in the world, regardless of the medium. To protect their stories, you've seen a lot of rap artists being killed right now. And so I think to protect their stories, just like Tupac, everybody knows who Tupac is, we all listen to Tupac, that was trap music, but he also had songs that talked about other things. He wasn't just a hood person that was just up there rapping and talking about stuff that didn't matter. He was talking about things that actually affected people. Brenda had a baby. All of his songs like talked about real life experiences, and it let people experience rage, which anger is an emotion that we are allowed to feel. So if trap music makes people angry, or it only brings up murder or whatever, I think we can protect it and protect the people who are in those spaces by illuminating people who are making good music, people who are trying, people who we see are consistent, people who have positive messages, who live a positive lifestyle. A lot of people make trap music, but on the other, like Young Dolph, he made trap music, but he has a black family that he goes home to and speaks life into. Like, he has sons and daughters. Like, so I think that we should illuminate voices of trap artists, of people who are like actually doing good things and care about their people. It's a lot of times we get a lot of like one-hit wonders or whatever, and I think that's what creates the like bad stereotypes of trap music and things like that. But if we illuminate those voices and we also keep those voices alive that are past, I think that we can really protect those people, because you really in the trenches making this music, and so we need to listen to you. We need to uplift these people, and especially ones who use trap to send a message. I do believe that there is a relationship between, or it can be a relationship between trap rap and mental health. I think that trap music is an outlet for people. Like I said, I like trap music because it makes me feel motivated. It makes me feel like I'm getting up and I'm doing something that will propel me, that will move me forward. And then for somebody else, it might be an outlet for emotional anger or whatever emotion that you may be experiencing, but you're hearing in this music. I think that it also allows people to turn off their emotions. So if you don't want to think about something, or you don't want to be in your feelings or in your emotions about something, you can listen to trap music all day, and I promise you, you're going to be able to kind of ignore some stuff. You're going to be able to, you know, kind of tune some things out, and that can be good, and that can also be bad. So I think that for that correlation to be positive, I think that people need to really take into account the types of trap music that they listen to, maybe mix it up, and then also to be cognizant of detoxing. And so maybe if you had a very angry week and you've been listening, you know, you put on Hit 'Em Up by Tupac for a little bit and you didn't rap them lyrics, like, I know you didn't get it out. Now maybe at the end of the week, let's wind it down. Let's make sure that we sitting in our emotions and we dealing with things, and so that our headspace can be clear and that we know how to, you know, turn it off and turn it back on. We know that, you feel me, like if you is trapping right now, it might not be forever, because we building legacies. You're doing it for a bigger picture than what you're sitting in right now. It don't have to just be, I'm gonna trap and I'm gonna die. It could be, I can trap and I can live. And so I think that mental health can be correlated, and I think we should be cognizant, because like I said, music is programmed in your spine, it's programmed in your subconscious because of the beat. That's why you could go to school for 4 years and forget everything in a textbook, but you could listen to a song from 10 years ago and you can remember all the lyrics because it's literally in us. And so, and that's why we listen to things at different frequencies and stuff like that. So I think it can be correlated to mental health, and it don't always have to be a negative correlation. It can be positive. It's just about how you use it. It's a tool like anything else. For me, I feel like I'm trapping when I pull up at my business and I'm hustling and I'm doing things. And I'm trying to get out of that space because I want to wear this one day. I want, so I feel like the trap could really be anything. And for people who's who's like really, you know, in the field, regardless of what it is that you're doing, I think people can escape the trap by simply, one, remaining self-motivated, by taking care of your mental health and making sure that you're good, and then by dreaming bigger than what you see on a day-to-day. Because a lot of times, and that's hard if you can't see something, if you ain't never seen it. If I ain't never seen a black doctor, I might not know that I could be a doctor, you know? Or so, and sometimes we listen to trap music or we feel like all the men want to be, you know, rappers or whatever, but I think we could use music to elevate our perceptions of ourselves and realize that there's more out here that we can attain, more that we could get, and really just by hustling and tapping into yourself. When you tap in, you could literally do anything it is that you ever wanted to do, whether that be building generational wealth, you know, if you do want to be a rapper, whatever it is that you want to do, you could do that if you tap in. So I think that's how you get out the trap. You tap in and you be consistent and you have faith.